What's up, friends? Welcome into today's video. Have you ever got a chance to check out Mortal Kombat on Sega CD? Growing up, I wanted this version so bad. This is an actual gem, I think, still to this day. Now, my copy is signed by Anthony Marquez, Kung Lao, Kano, Rich DeVizio, and Master Daniel Pesina, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. And this version I thought was a lot of fun. My green screen's not showing it right. There we go. Forgive me. But this version, I think, is a lot of fun. Now, does it hold up today? We're going to find out. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. And we are on the Sega CD here. And we are going to get the great, iconic little Sega splash screen. That's always nice to see. I have to skip there's a cool video package there that displays in your traditional Sega CD video, which is just absolutely awful quality, but it's fun to look at. Now, you do have your dullard code, down, up, left, A, right, down. You can turn that on. You go into options. It defaults to easy. I'll just give ourselves some lives. That's fine. Cheats. If you want to turn on any cheats, you can. I don't remember what those do. Let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Now, I'm going to go with Sub-Zero here. I always found it interesting that Sub-Zero's slide on the Sega versions was changed to back, high kick, low kick, and block. But alright, first opponent, Johnny Cage, Master Daniel Pesina. Excellent. Oops, I messed up the slide. There we go. Such iconic music. Now, the Sega CD version has your arcade soundtrack on it. I believe it is pretty accurate to the arcade. I could not 100% sure on that, but I believe it is pretty faithful to the arcade. Now, some would argue that the Sega Genesis soundtrack almost was cooler for the home version. There we go. We'll take out... There we go. And that is the classic forward, down, forward, high punch. Fatality. The game graphically does look good. I like the upgraded health bars on this version. Kano. Now, we will be using some tricks in this playthrough as well. Kano, let's go. Now, if you're familiar with the high punch trick, I should probably practice it before we go a little bit further. And oh my goodness. Kano showing us why he is dangerous. The high punch trick, you can keep the computer stunned in an animation. So I'm going to see if I can lock in and get that practice. It comes in handy on the endurance matches, which we will be on very soon. Essentially, it's the way you can punch them and they stay locked in the animation there and they don't get the pushback. Flawless victory. Flawless victory. Such iconic sounds. Lord Raiden, played by this is Carlos Pesina, Master Daniel Pesina's brother right here, who actually would go on later on to do some motion capture work in the 3D era of Mortal Kombat as well. I am messing up the slide like a champion. There we go. Raiden is not having any of my business right now. Okay. Wow. Raiden wins. Raiden is not putting up with my stuff, is he? Alright, let me lock in here real fast. What's Raiden's issue here? What's the tech? Still got the lock-in jump kick going on. OGs of Mortal Kombat 1 will recognize that classic jump kick, take a little slide back, jump kick, take a little walk back, jump kick. I thought the Warrior Shrine was such an iconic stage. I had hopes that in Mortal Kombat 1 as a reboot, potentially we'd see some iconic stages being constructed. That didn't occur, but this is one of the iconic stages that I thought would have been really cool to see. Chill out, Raiden.
Sub-Zero
Wins. I thought it would have been cool to see this stage brought back. It was brought back in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and it was brought back in Mortal Kombat 11, the Warrior Shrine was as well. Oh my gosh, what button do I hit to... Oh, start. There we go. The Warrior Shrine was brought back in Mortal Kombat 11 in the Crypt as well, and it is in Mortal Kombat 1 as the showcase of those leading the leaderboard on the Combat League. Alright, we're going to have to lock in. We're getting beat up early. Now, usually with sub, I can do a 1 credit run. Let me not jinx myself. Uh-oh. Such iconic music right here. Now, if you're a fan of Sega... Oh, there we go. If you're a fan of Sega, and you like playing these online, you can actually play this online on Fightcade. That is absolutely so cool. Alright, stay back, duck. I grew up wanting to play this version so bad because I had the Sega version and I thought this was so... I thought this would have been like a premium version, and it kind of is. One thing I miss about the Sega version is this does not have the blood code. This automatically has the blood active, which is cool, but at the same time, I do miss that opening splash screen where you could... Beautiful, look at that pit right there. Doo-doo-doo. At the bottom of the pit still looks great. I wish we could have fought down in the bottom of the pit on the Sega version. That would have been a cool Easter egg. Alright, we got the iconic Scorpion versus Sub-Zero match. Now this, back in the day, I thought was really good looking, this stage. We're going to have to focus up on our high punch technique pretty quick, because these endurance matches are going to fall on our face pretty fast. I saw the story about the dragon logos recently. I believe they used them backwards and forwards in Mortal Kombat, like you see in the background there, up until I think Mortal Kombat 2. In possibly the home versions, it had something to do with licensing, why they stopped using those symbols in opposite directions. The feud will live on to go again because I messed up the fatality. Shang Tsung showing appreciation in the background with the little claps going on. So this was released, as I said at the beginning of the video, May 26, 1994. Now, if you were around back then, let me know in the comments section. I didn't have a Sega CD growing up. I rented one, and I thought this was just tremendously cool. Okay, high punch. That was cold, Sub-Zero. That was cold. Skeleton on the walls looking down at Sonya. Let's see. Now, the classic down-forward punch. On the Sega Genesis and on the Sega CD, you could do down-forward high punch or low punch to get the ice ball to work. get out of dodge here. This is not good for us. There we go. So Sub-Zero's moves in this game were down forward punch, down forward high punch, and then you had your slide, which was always low punch, low kick, and block along with back, but in the home version of Sega, it was changed to high kick, low kick, and block and back, which I don't know what that was about, but... Oh, I dropped it. I can't keep pressing the buttons and move my finger over to where it needs to be to push the button on this. The start button, I'll have to press the start button with my toe or something. Alright, the classic mirror match. The monks looking on the background. I thought this... Wow, he's got a fast Sub-Zero ball. Thought this stage was tremendously cool. Another stage I had high hopes of seeing possibly come to Mortal Kombat 1, since it was going to be a reboot. And kind of set back at the beginning. I thought potentially we'd see some iconic stages going on. Alright, there we go. Now, when we get to the endurance rounds here, that is where it's going to begin to set in with some difficulty. So let me go ahead and not lose this first off. Computer doing some low tech there. Oh my goodness. That's what you want right there. Doom, doom. I believe those dragons in the background were originally from a item that was seen in one of the offices of a Midway executive that Ed Boon had seen. If I'm not mistaken, I think those are the dragons that are in the background of that first stage. And I believe the original dragon is on display at NRS Studios currently. I could be mistaken, but... Now, in the arcade version during the endurance round, you do get a extra... Oh, the game froze. Game did freeze. So there is a significant amount of loading on this during the endurance rounds. On the arcade, you get a free hit as your opponent comes in. On this, it is a little bit of lag. A little bit of delay, I should say. A little bit of loading. Alright, we gotta take on Rich DeVizio here. Oh, he's going crazy. I tried to punish with an ice clone, it wouldn't work. Or an ice ball. Alright, get a drink of water, go make a sandwich. Nice. You're all going the wrong way, Sub-Zero. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect, there we go. Alright. Super. First one down. Oops. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. The audio, I thought this whole game sounded great. Even these simplified little doom doo doo doom doo doo doom on the sound processor back then, for what we had, I think it came out great. And by the way, my cat's kind of sleeping on the back of my mic right now. If there's any purring or snoring that's coming through on the video through the mic, that's my cat. So that'll be extra for y'all. Okay, the trusty jump kick is working phenomenal. That was just sloppy Joe right there. No. No. Oh. Oh. No. I could have won that right there with the high punch trick. That's where you have to lock in with the high punch trick. It's very important. Otherwise, you can get really caught up in a... you can lose your butt quick. Bro, relax, Liu Kang. Alright. There you go. You get a few minutes to walk your dog or whatever there as it loads. Right. Oh my heaven. Oh, it's going all downhill real quick. Well, geez, bro. Oh, I didn't get a chance. Alrighty then.
Scorpion
Wins. As long as it takes to go back to character select screen. Oh, we got to put in our stuff here. Yes. We got to put in the incredible winning streak on the Sega CD. I don't know if that would... I guess that would have... what the hell's going on here? Oh. I'm so used to just going back to the character select screen. I wasn't prepared for that. Now, the character sprites on this were a little bit smaller than the Super Nintendo, but I thought that the Sega CD and the Sega Genesis version both played better, and these two versions play pretty similar. Sega CD and Sega Genesis. I messed that up. That's terrible. There we go. Alright, here we go. We got this. We're going to lock in, and we're going to take him. Now, this music right here was some classic. Nice roundhouse to the face. Sub-Zero. And we're going to be going... We're going to knock them off the pit again here. I am enjoying the uppercut off the pit. This is such a simple stage, but such a just glorious addition to the franchise overall. Can't believe they've never revisited this stage. Another one I would have loved to have seen remastered in Mortal Kombat 1. Alright. That's what we should have done the last time, but that's a good example of it. You know, same guy died twice down there. That's sad. Got his head on both spikes. I never noticed that before. There was dual same heads down there. Oh, we gotta do this again. Alright, alright. There we go. There we go. We've unlocked the secret of how to do that. There we are. Gotta make your knuckles bleed like they said in Karate Kid back in the day. So this should be the last endurance round. Go to the classic Goro's lair. Oh my goodness, it's a reptile. Perfection is the key. That was so cool back in the day. It's still awesome to see. Mortal Kombat's first secret character. Kids would have their minds blown seeing that back in the day. Shoom, shoom. I forgot that sound effect. Oh my goodness. Now, this is part of Mortal Monday. I'm going to be doing arcade. I'm going to be doing classic Mortal Kombat games on Monday. Now, Tuesday on the channel, we're going to be bringing you adventure Mortal Kombat games. And I got something special planned for tomorrow. So, or for the next video, where we're going to go on an adventure together. We're going to explore a classic Mortal Kombat game. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Nice. Alright, Johnny Cage has been eliminated. It's crazy. Sonya and Johnny go on to just take over the whole franchise later on in the series. And their kid. Thank goodness they only had one. Finish her. We'll let Sonya live. The music just dies. Alright, time to face the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Shokan. Goro. I believe there was 2 Goro figures back in the day. I believe one fell apart from filming, and I believe Ed Boon had the other at his place for a while. I just screwed that all up. That wasn't. I get that information from a video that was done a long time ago, where Ed Boon discussed it. All right, well that didn't go very well. I was trying some arcade tech on him to see if it would work. It did not go as I had hoped. Okay, don't go jumping back like that. Okay, we got that. Yeah, that's really, really quick to come back off. Alright. That was close as it could possibly be, but we achieved greatness in that round. Let's see if we can maintain and get some W's right here, maybe? Excellent. I dropped it like a champ. I dropped it like a champ too. I don't deserve to win this at this point. Is that it? It would have been really cool back in the day if you could have done a fatality on Goro. Alright, now it's time to face the man himself, Shang Tsung. The whole island, the whole tournament is taking place here on Shang Tsung's island. Let's see if we can get this done. I do not remember this music. This is... I do not remember this music being this. This is definitely not the arcade soundtrack. Sub-Zero wins. I wonder why this is, interesting. The blast processing audio sounds like it was blasted out. Oh, we got him. Now, you can't high punch trick him. They thought of everything in this fight. What happened? Oh, he's doing that stuff. Oh, no. Oh, word. This is going bad fast. Holy crap. What the world? The computer was lag switching me by morphing with Shang. So we do have some slight, after receiving the title of Grand Champion, Sub-Zero disappears back into the shadows from which he came. His only goal in the tournament was the assassination of Shang Tsung. He was paid a large sum of money by one of Shang Tsung's wealthy enemies. With his mission accomplished, Sub-Zero will collect his fortune and retire from his dangerous profession. Which is strange because in Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero mythologies, they teased that at the end, Shang Tsung was hiring him for his tournament. So maybe somebody got to him first. But shout out to the original actors here. And let me go back to the main menu, the main screen here. I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Mortal Kombat on the Sega CD. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And I'm going to wrap up there. And once again, this is Mortal Kombat on Sega CD. I wanted this version so bad as a kid, and glad that I got a chance to play it now. It's a lot of fun, and Sub-Zero is one of my favorites on here. It's also got a really cool opening music video, but I can't show that to you because it gets copyright claimed all over the place. But released May 26, 1994. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you for checking out this video. I'm going to get out of here for now, but I will see you on the next video. And much love, my friends. I had a blast. I hope you did. Headlocked heading out for now, but I'll see you on the next Mortal Kombat video. Take care, friendos. Peace.